All right, folks, we are back live on the Boxing Source Radio show here. The number to call in is 347-237-5539. That was a commercial for one of our sister shows that we have on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on the Blog Talk Radio and American Broadcasting Network, that CMT Firestorm Football Talk Show. Right now, we're about to get on the line here with the multi-division champion, straight out of Brooklyn, now residing in Las Vegas, Nevada, Zab Judah. What's going on?
Hello.
Yeah, Zab. What's going on with you? How you doing?
Yeah. What's going on, baby? How you feeling? What's going on with you?
Doing real good, Zab. Doing real good. Just seeing here. We got you on here live, and we basically were speaking the previous week about what was going on with what you were doing so far, and I see that you have this SMG group out there. So I wanted to see if you wanted to talk about that a little bit to start off.
Yeah, well, SMG Group is a super management group. It's a boxing management group that I started myself and my partner Bill Hawkins, and we're just doing our thing with it right now. You know what I'm saying? We got Harmonito De La Torre with it, Chuy Gutierrez with it, and we just going at it. We just going big time. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two guys that we pushing right now, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Chuy's he's 14-0. Harmonito's 16-0, and he's out of the Philippines, and Chuy's out of Las Vegas.
Yeah, and we had Chuy on the show live last weekend. We were able to get a few things out of him and what he was doing at his recent fight that he had over there in Vegas, and we're just going to be on the lookout for him. So we'll be able to see what those two fighters are able to do in the near future. But real quick, also with that, I also wanted to see if we could go over, what you did over the course of your career. I mean, I've been basically following you since the 2000s, actually since 2000, when I saw you against Gerard Millette for the IBF Super Lightweight Championship. So you wanted to go over a few highlights over there in your career?
Yeah, but you know what? Before we get into that, Chuy Gutierrez is a force to be reckoned with, guys. I want you guys to just pay close attention to him. You know what I'm saying? He's a Mexican-American fighter, a boxer. He just fought on CBS. You just caught him. He fought in a draw. You know what I'm saying? He's looking to we're looking to have a rematch with that fight coming up again sometime in September. You know what I'm saying? Harmonito De La Torre, he's a Filipino fighter out of the Philippines. He's fought on two of Manny Pacquiao's undercards. He's caught knockouts both times. I mean, he just fought last month with a fourth round knockout. So he's another force to be reckoned with. Now, as you were saying about that.
Yeah, we was talking about your career highlights. Like I was saying, I've been following you since 2000 when you basically, it was like not that far off when you won the Super Lightweight Championship, and you scored that knockout against Gerard Millette in 2000. So just wanted to go over, a few highlights of, winning the Super Lightweight Championship and also basically the undisputed welterweight championship against Corey Speed.
Just those are moments, those are highlights, those was fights. I mean, that happened at the time. Those were the people that they put in front of me, and I was very focused. I was very determined. I was very hungry, and I went in there and did what Zab Super Judah does. You know what I'm saying? Gerard Millette was a very tough, strong individual. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a fighter that was not to be underestimated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had dynamite power. Actually, he dropped me, I think, in the first round. He hit me with I was reaching in. My dad would kept telling me, don't reach in. And I reached in for an uppercut, and boom, he hit me with a hook and dropped me. You know what I mean? But I got up to win a TKO victory over him, and that was a great night of fighting.
Yeah, but you also got some praises from I think it was Irish Mickey Rourke that said that was like his toughest fight that he had over his career was against you because he had to deal with all your speed and your movements too, because you were like one of the fastest fighters out there in the ring. You know, in my opinion, probably the fastest fighter that was out there for a good amount of time.
I mean, Mickey Ward, you know what I'm saying? I'm very honored to hear him say that because, you know, I have the same remark about him myself. He was probably and is one of the toughest and competitive fights that I was in, you know what I'm saying, throughout my career. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the tougher guys that, you know what I mean, he really made me work at a young age. You know, I was young. I came in, I had a lot of hand speed, a lot of good power, and you know, Mickey Ward was one of the first opponents to make me really, you know, work. And you know, I have all the respect in the world for him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he is one of the toughest fights I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, true that. Before I get into any more questions here, I'm gonna have somebody else here on the line with me. 813-482. Who's that? And where you calling from?
Nakari Jones from Tampa, Florida.
How you doing,
hey Nakari, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How's everybody?
We're doing great.
Good.
Yeah, just you know, here live with Zab Judah here, and you know, basically talked about your movement that your dad is putting up for the fundraiser through GoFundMe as far as your trek to try to get to the Olympics. What's the updates on that so far?
Hey, this is Gary. Hey, Zab, how you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, Gary?
Hey, can't complain, man. Can't complain. Well, we still have it up. The goal is not met yet, but you know, we're staying positive. And looking, you know, she's still in the gym. She's training. She's still with Kelly in Brooklyn, but right now she's in Tampa. She's with doing some work with Tony Morgan.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, just going through. Oh, what you saying there?
We're still trucking it, man. We're still staying busy. She's still on task. The National Golden Gloves is 2 weeks away, and that's the reason she's in Tampa. And after the Golden Gloves, she's going back up to Jimmy Boxing to finish getting ready for the qualifiers.
Nice.
All right, gotcha. Hey, Zab.
Well, good luck to her. I wish her the best.
Thank you very much.
No problem, Shan. Keep going hard.
Yeah, Zab, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we could open up the line here for questions. Hey, Greg, you still on?
Yeah, I'm still on.
All right, do you have a question for Super Zab?
Yeah, Zab, I first read about you in Ring Magazine when you was with Main Event and Lou Duva. And I remember Duva saying that when you and Whitaker was spar, he couldn't tell you guys apart in the ring. And the moment that was said, you know, I put a magnifying glass on you because I knew you was going to be special. All right. Now, what was it like at that age, because you were a young kid sparring with Whitaker, and what all did you learn from Sweet Pea? Because to me, he was one of the best that I ever saw, you know. And I'm pretty sure you still take some of those things with you to this day, even though you're a seasoned vet.
First of all, hands down, Pernell Whitaker is one of the best defensive pound-for-pound fighters in the world. You know what I mean? I mean, when I was in there with Pernell Whitaker, I was 15 years old. The first time that dude brought me to training camp, you know, I was coming out of Brooklyn. I was a young kid, you know what I'm saying? You know, we were still in a poverty environment, and he came to me after I won the Golden Gloves, and he said, would you want to go to would you want to come to training camp and spar with Pernell Whitaker? And I'm like, yo, dude, what is this, a joke? Like, stop it. You know what I'm saying? He like, for real, you could come to camp, we're going to bring you to Virginia, and you're going to spar and train with Pernell Whitaker. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. So, you know, I thought it was a dream. They sent me a plane ticket. Actually, this was like my first time, I think, I want to say ever on an airplane. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I'm going from New York to Virginia Beach by myself. On the airplane, you know, I come from a big family background, 9 brothers, 4 sisters, my father, my mother, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going to training camp with Pernell Whitaker. And, you know, my dad approved it and everything like that. And, you know, once I got there, I was very blown away because I had my own hotel room. This is the first time. I mean, I shared the room with my brother growing up. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then, you know what I'm saying? So I think for the first, if I remember clearly, for the first 5 days, I didn't even see Purnell. I was in the gym night and day hanging around Ronnie Shields, and I kept asking Ronnie, you know, where's Purnell? Where's Purnell? And it was like, you know, he's going to come. He's going to come. He's going to come. He's doing conditioning. So I would run from the conditioning gym, run to the boxing gym, run back and forth, back and forth. Then they said he was running on the beach. I would run to the beach and just sit there and wait. And then finally one day he had came to the boxing gym, and I seen him, and I was like, wow, this is Purnell Whitaker. And you know what they say? Come on, let's go. You up? I said, I'm up. What? They said, let's go. Put your stuff on. You get in the ring with Purnell. And I was just like, oh no, dude, you cannot be serious. This is a dream. You know what I mean? So, but no lie to you guys. I mean, I was very nervous. I was very timid. I was very everything. But when we got in the ring, the first thing he did was he came out with his jab. I remember this clearly. He came out with his jab, and he started jabbing and hit me with a hard left hand. Boom! And I was just like, oh, he trying to hurt me. I was like, okay. And I don't know, I just snapped right out, and I just started fighting. All I remember is when it was all over, everybody was like, yo, kid, you are nice, you know. And, you know, I just went into my whole defensive Brooklyn mode. I was like, hold up, he trying to hurt me. I got to defend myself. You know what I mean? And I guess whatever I did from that day on, you know, it caused the Duvas to sign me, and it caused my career to be at where it's at today.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I remember Lou Duva, he was praising you, and you was just a young pup. So, like I said, if you was in there and you were banging with Pete, you had to be special. But I pretty much watched you grow. I remember being in Miami when you was a young restless kid. You know, you were a little wilder then, but now I see you in Vegas, and you humbled yourself, and you real laid back. And as a fan, I appreciate that. You know, I mean, I watched your career from the time you started into now, and I still wish you the best. So, what's in the future for Zab Super Judah?
Right now we just working. We still working right now. You know, I guess after the Mayweather camp, we got ourselves in such great condition and just great timing, and everything was back on point. We just decided, you know, let's keep running with the show. And right now I'm back at it, sparring, training every day. You know, if you can follow me on Instagram at Zab Judah, you know, follow me on Twitter at Super Judah, and you'll see that, you know, I'm constantly training, constantly putting in work. And we're looking at a show right now sometime in July. You know, Zab Judah back at it. I think we're going to publicize on CBS Sports Network. And after that, you know, you guys will see me back on the Showtime HBO dates.
All right, no doubt. Hey, right now we have 916459 on the line. State your name, where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? It's Mike. I'm calling from California out here.
Mike, what's up, baby? How are you?
How's it going, Zab?
Doing great.
I had a question, man. I mean, boxing, like I said, I don't know, maybe I just came on, I don't know if you answered this early in the show, but, you know, boxing, I know, you know, I don't know if you played any other sports. It just seemed like boxing is so different just because it's just you know what I mean? Besides you even, you know, the war you even got to fight in the ring, I mean, how do you deal with all the, you know, just all the pressure of just, you know, basically having the world just looking at you? And it's you know, it's not like football. You know, you don't got a team, or it's just you versus another man, one-on-one. I mean, how do you even deal with all that even before you even get in the ring?
Well, you know what? I got a famous philosophy because I got a lot of basketball friends. I got a lot of NFL friends. I got soccer friends. I got all kind of friends, hockey friends. And I always tell them, I said, you know, boxing is the only sport you don't play. You play basketball, you play soccer, you play baseball, you play tennis, you play everything else. You do not play boxing. This is a sport where you have to physically and mentally be ready for anything that comes at you. You know what I'm saying? Any day could be your last day. Any night could be your worst night. You know what I mean? So you have to prepare yourself to the best of your ability, mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? And then just dealing with the pressure of outside, it's just something that I don't know. It's something for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. For myself, it took learning experience. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't always the guy that I am today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was time ago that I was the product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and what I mean by that is I was Brooklyn. You know, coming out of Brooklyn, New York. That's what I represented. That's what I act like, talk like, walk like, and I represented to the fullest. You know what I mean? And you know, because of that, I got in some troubles, and I got in, you know what I'm saying, minor setbacks. My mind wasn't always 100% focused when it should have been. You know what I'm saying? When I was going in certain fights and certain big endeavors. You know what I mean? But now, like I said, you know, I'm a little more focused. I'm a little more, you know, humble, and I understand the game. And you know, it's just, I just thank God that I'm still here and I'm still able to move on and still be successful 19 years later.
Wow. Do you think that, like, maybe, I mean, is boxing? You think boxing is still well? Obviously, it is, you know, in some you know, for some fighters. But I mean, in general, do you think boxing is ever going to reach like its golden age, like, you know, like back in the '80s? You know, with, you know, when they had Sugar Ray and Hagler and all that. You ever think that it kind of time is going to come back, you know?
Wow, I think that time is right now. I think the time is now. I mean, if you look at the sport right now, it's very entertaining. Look at the fight that just happened with Mayweather and Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the draw. Look at the situation, the magnitude, you know what I'm saying, the financial layouts that was put in front of these fighters. Look at the financial layouts that was put in Las Vegas. Look at all the money the city of Las Vegas made just on one fight. I mean, they said it was something like 500,000 people came into Las Vegas for the fight when the arena only holds a little bit under 20,000 seats. So where did all these people go? So this is the excitement that the sport is still drawing. And these are just two competitors, two combatants right now that's pulling in those type of things. Just think about everybody else that's on the way up. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of young, exciting fighters. You know, you got Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? You got my godson going to make his pro debut. You guys keep your eyes and ears on this kid, Devin Haney. Young Devin Haney. He is a force to reckon with. I promise y'all going to be hearing his name for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's my godson right there. And watch, he's going to be no joke. He's 16 years old. He's turning professional June 26th in Tijuana, Mexico. And the kid is no joke. This is how great and this how much confidence we have in this kid. At 16 years old, he's making his professional debut. So yeah, right, the sport is still up. The sport is still up. Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Zab.
Yeah,
good luck in the future, bro.
Hey, Zab, I got a question and a comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
All right. So, the first thing, you think you and Chop will ever fight? That's
me and who?
Chop.
Chop what?
Chop Corley. You think you guys will ever do a fight?
We just fought. I mean, we fought. Remember, I'm the one that took his world title when he was champion of the world.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that clearly. But, you know, sometimes...
Yeah, but how can you say that? Chop is on a situation where he has 26 losses. He just lost his last fight. He was stopped in the 6th round. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there is no commission and no situation that will ever sanction a fight between Zab Judah and DeMarcus Colby. That would never happen right now, guys. So, I mean, and then for number two, when we fought the first time, it was for the championship of the world, and we made millions of dollars. I mean, you know, at this point in time of the game right now, what is the why?
All right, no, just a thought I had, and the second thing, Victor Roundtree got arrested, so we chased you down in 2013 in Brooklyn. My daughter was really trying to meet you because she was training with Victor before you passed, and you had just you and your brothers had just went somewhere, and Vic was like, "He's here, he's in town," and bro, we was behind you like 15 minutes. 15 minutes of August 2013. Like you stopped at in Harlem to get something to eat. We was right behind you. You had just left. I mean, we was chasing you all over town trying to find you, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Sorry for that, man.
He passed now, but you know she has a lot of your style. James knows her really well. She has a lot of your style. She picked up a lot of your stuff. And
what's her name? What's her name?
Nakari Jones.
Huh?
Nakari Jones.
Nakari Jones. Big shout out to Nakari Jones. Keep it up. Keep working hard. Yeah.
She's strong, man. She's strong, kid. I'm gonna inbox you on Facebook. I'm a friend of yours on Facebook. I'm gonna send you some. She's real. She likes your style, and she's Kelly. Kelly, real good job with her. I know you know Kelly. He's doing a real good job with her, keeping her strong. Zachary Ochoa is doing real good work with her too. Trying to get her, she's 20 and she's moving up. She's moving up real well.
So she's out of New York.
Well, she's out of Tampa, but trains in New York. She trains with Kelly Richardson.
She trains with who?
With
You breaking up? I didn't get it.
Kelly Richardson, Jimmy Boxing.
Oh, Kelly Richardson. Okay. That's what's up. Well, big shout out to her, man. Big shout out to her. I wish her the best, man. Like I tell all the kids, I see you at the top.
We're coming.
All right.
All right, fellas. Have a good night. God bless. All wishes, and the creator of all things is the best thing right now. You can't go wrong. Have a good night.
That's right. Peace.
All right, Brother Gary. All right, Zab, we probably got like one more person on the line. I'm going to see if I could have a question, and we'll let you go after that one, all right?
We can take a couple more calls. It's all right, man. I love the people, man. The people make you who you are today. No joke.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, I think we got 813-784 on the line.
How's it going, fellas?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, this
show tonight, man.
Yeah, this is Matt. He's the host for the Cold Hard Truth on Sports that we have on this network called Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m.
Okay. What's up, Matt? How are you?
I'm doing good. Just trying to, support the other shows on our network. James does a great job. He's also our boxing editor for the website and one of our lead boxing analysts too. So I know he probably doesn't talk himself up enough, although he should, in my opinion.
I'm a Pisces, man.
James,
I don't do that. Come on, man.
James, listen.
No, man.
Number one, I got some questions for James off air because James is a Bell. My whole family last name is Bells. You know what I'm saying? We the Bells from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? So, we're going to talk about that later on. But number two, James is a dope too because James tracked me down himself. We didn't go to no third-party people of making this interview right happen. James tracked me down himself. Was like, Zab, what's up? Hit me on Instagram, on Twitter, and I was like, yo, I need to holler at you. And we made it happen. So you got to understand, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a very hard-working guy. No joke to that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Awesome.
I mean, it was
a friend and a team. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you got a question for him?
I just, my questions are pretty general questions. I like to hear what you think about the future of boxing in the U.S. because that's the big thing that I've been on. I said for the last 3 years, I've looked at the ratings, I've looked at the fan viewerships and stuff like that, and I've seen over the last 3 years. This is even talking about Mayweather Pacquiao potentially coming back together that we've heard over the last year and a half. I've seen a surge coming back into boxing. So is this something that you see having a bit more intimate relationship with the sport? Do you see an increase in where when you go places, do you see more fandom in boxing? Do you see boxing coming back to where it was in the mid to late 90s or where it was in the 70s or before that?
Yes. I kind of spoke about this a few minutes ago. The other guy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, boxing has always has his up and downs in life, you know what I'm saying? From the 80s and midway through the 90s, it kind of slowed down a little bit, then it came back, then it slowed down, then it came back. But boxing is always one of those sports where people are going to love because it's the hand-to-hand combat. It shows the real skill of an athlete, you know what I'm saying, of two combatants, you know what I'm saying? Not to say anything bad about, any other competitive combat sport that's out there, you know what I'm saying? Not to say anything bad about it, but I mean let's honestly say, I mean, we are a skillful sport, you know what I'm saying, where it takes a lot of skills and mind thinking to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? It's just not about let me get my hands around you and use my strength to finish you. You know what I'm saying? It's just not about that. It's about how do I make this man drop his hand without me touching his hand. You know what I'm saying? How do I make this man die down? How do I take his energy? How do I zap his energy from him? How do I mentally overload his brain structure to make him just mentally get tired and physically get tired? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of thought pattern that's being put into boxing. This is why the sport will never die down.
You know, it's funny when you say that. I remember it brings me back to an interview I did with the Olympic gold medalist, Greco-Roman wrestler, Rulon Gardner. He echoed almost the same sentiments as you did, and even kind of commenting a little bit on other combat sports. But I think that's one of the unique things between wrestling in and of itself and the Olympic sport of it and boxing, another Olympic sport. I think they're the two most intimate sports you can get involved in. I think people can actually relate with that more than anything because it's mano a mano, man versus man, woman versus woman, and you really do, over the course of a match, get to see what this person is made of, how they're going to react to stress that you put on them, how you're going to react to what kind of pressure they put on you, and that's the art of the sport of the two sports, and that's the things that attract me the most to boxing and to watching actual like Olympic style wrestling. So it's really refreshing to hear that, and I think some of the kids nowadays they don't understand the nuances or don't care to understand some of the nuances too. So what are you kind of thinking about that now? What are you doing right now, Zab? What do you see moving forward that we can do to help this youth to bring, instead of that boxer being a defensive end going to Alabama, how do we get that kid to come box? How do we get the guy, instead of wanting to go to the NBA or be one and done in college basketball, to be boxing? I mean, what do you think that we need to do more to get those athletes back into boxing and not necessarily going into the other sports?
See, you know what? That's a thing where you might not like what I'm going to say, but I don't think that you can build a champion. I think champions are born. Champions are made. They're made from birth. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, no disrespect to it, but it's a sport you can teach. Football is a sport you can teach. Tennis is something you can teach. Boxing is very hard to teach because if you're not born with heart, I can't give you heart. If you're not born to take a punch, I can't make you learn how to take a punch. If you're not born with speed, it's very hard to develop the kind of speed you need to stay on focus, to be able to, battle mano to mano with another human being and go toe-to-toe with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, to me, I don't think that, if a person don't have the heart and the desire to box, then you got to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I tell a lot of, because, I got a lot of father figures that's my friends, and they like, yo, I want my son to box, And I'm like, well, do he like boxing? They like, nah, but, I'm going to buy him these gloves and this bag, and I'm going to keep him in the gym. I'm like, that's not going to do it.
Man.
That's not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, number one, you're going to scare your kid off. You know what I'm saying? The kid going to be, terrified. I mean, every kid going to do what their dad tell them to do, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. And then once they're able to make their own decisions, they out of that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a lot of friends that started out with me in the amateurs, and they all started out boxing and doing this because their parents pushed them into it. And as soon as they was able to make a decision for themselves to move out, brother, they never picked up a boxing glove ever again in life. There's some Judas, no joke. There's some blood Judas that started out boxing. Remember, it's 9 of us, and we all, my father put us all in the sport of boxing. But there's some Judas that didn't even excel to a professional career. They're like, oh no, that's not for me. That's not for me. Just because my family did that, that's not for me. You know what I mean? So you gotta respect that and respect a person's decision, because, like I said, it's a very tough individual sport that you gotta have the heart and integrity to get in there and want to do this. So it's not something you can just say, yo, let me show you how to do the crossover. Let me show you how to cross him up, step here, pass to him. No, it's not that. See, it's not a team sport. Once you get tired, there is no timeouts. Coach, sub me in, sub my opponent. No, you can't. If you get tired in the ring during a fight, the best thing I can tell you is start looking for a soft spot to lay down at. That's it. That's the only thing you can do. Find a soft spot and lay down so you don't take too much abuse. That's it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing a lot of people don't realize, man, is that, boxing is an individual sport. It's nothing where, you have your teammate that could sub for you or nothing like that. I was in high school in Tallahassee, and in my high school, we had one of our deans was Johnson, who fought Cassius Clay way back in the day. We also had two prospects come out of there, Tavoris Cloud, and we had like another heavyweight prospect out there, Travis Walker, who won a heavyweight championship. So, and Travis Walker played football in high school too, but boxing was like a whole different animal for him. So we had a few guys that, went into the whole little boxing thing, and, some of them didn't even make it.
Yep. I know what you mean, 100%.
Would you say probably three most important things that make you successful in boxing or even in life would be, I call it the PAW, passion, attitude, work ethic?
Passion, attitude, yeah, number one, 100%. What you put in this game is what you get out. You don't put no work in this game, you ain't gonna get no work out of it.
I have one last question. It's kind of a selfish question because I'm from Nebraska. So I got to hear your take on Terrence Crawford, my guy from Omaha.
I like Terrence Crawford. He's a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty cool. I like the way his left-handed boxing skill style is. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of myself. You know what I'm saying? He's a good dynamite boxer. Maybe I was a little bit more aggressive than he was, but as far as skill level and just clean blowout boxing, he's a great individual. And I think that the future is going to see a lot of Terrence Crawford in boxing.
Who would you match him next with? Because I interviewed Thomas Delorme here in Puerto Rico, and I don't know, I saw a little bit of his training. I didn't think Thomas was really up to Terrence's level. But who would you match Terrence with next?
You know what? If I don't get the Pacquiao fight, I would like to see Terrence Crawford beat up on him. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that would be something there. I think that could happen. That could happen. That's a possibility right there, man. That would be an interesting fight.
They're with they're with the same promoter. So you know what I mean. I think in that fight the only one that wins is Bob Brown. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna lose. So you know what I mean. I think why not? It is like a great matchup.
The funny thing is, I watch a lot of boxing. I've covered pretty much every major event here in the last year in Puerto Rico since I've been here, including the World Series of Boxing, which a lot of cats don't even mess around with amateur boxing or Olympic boxing. But I've noticed with rings that are sponsored by the beer Tecate, there's usually more knockouts in those rings for whatever reason. Like the Felix Verdejo fight that was here, that was the last one here, it was here in Guaynabo, like 5 minutes from my house. 9 of the 10 bouts ended in knockout. Only one went to decision. You'll look at it now. Go watch greatest knockouts, on YouTube, and you notice, it's Tecate ring. I don't know if there's anything to it, but
maybe the Tecate brand just has an eye for certain fights that they would like to sponsor. Maybe they know what kind of fights are going to be the exciting fights, and those are the only kind of fights that they sponsor. You know what I mean? So I guess you could say that.
Yeah,
because
that's
they don't sponsor all the fights. You know what I'm saying? They sponsor a select few fights.
I think.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much Lee Daniels that does all the Tecate stuff.
Yeah, I know Lee.
From what I know.
I know Lee for a long time.
Yeah,
I know Lee.
He's a good guy.
Lee's a great guy.
From what I know.
Yeah, Lee's a
Never
great
had.
guy.
You know, it's funny out of all the, you know, from the NFL to like minor league sports to boxing and all these events and stuff I've covered and went to and stuff like that. I think he's one of the people that's been the most responsive and helpful out of anybody I've really been involved with in professional sports. It's really amazing. Like, because here in Puerto Rico, they don't have an office here, but they have people here that, you know, they called me up and they walked me through everything. And, you know, it changes when you go international with boxing, with some of the press side of it. It's not as lavish.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't Tecate a Mexican brand?
Yeah, it's Mexican.
A beer?
Yeah.
Right, so of course they wouldn't be in Puerto Rico. Aren't those guys kind of rivals a little bit?
Yeah, that's where you see a lot of the fights.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, so of course they wouldn't be stationed in Puerto Rico, but would they have a fight with each other? Oh, yes, they will.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, because Top Rank has a lot of guys signed from here in Mexico. That's where you see a lot of the fights. Just this last weekend, the two ones on HBO, they were Tecate, sponsored by Top Rank, all for the co-main events.
I think Tecate is really working with Top Rank as far as like putting events on and helping with the promotion and marketing, you know, in Puerto Rico and Mexico and stuff in the United States out there. So they're
when's the last time you were down here?
Who, me?
Zab, when's the last time you were in Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico, I wasn't. Let's see. I was in Puerto Rico maybe about 5 years ago. I love when I come to Puerto Rico.
Boxing or getting a tan?
No, just chilling. Always chilling. I have a lot of friends out there in Puerto Rico. Cause you know I'm from Brooklyn, so you know I got a lot of Puerto Rican friends. My wife is Puerto Rican. Yeah, my wife is Puerto Rican. Their family's from Ponce. From Ponce, yeah. So you know,
South side.
Yeah. So and I got tons of friends out there. Tito Trinidad is one of my good friends. You know what I'm saying? Every time I come out to Puerto Rico, I don't know how he knows, but he knows I'm there, and he sends guys out to go get Zab Judah. Bring him to me. You know, he lives up in the hills, and you know he's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How's his English coming along? I know from last couple times I heard his English was kind of rough, but you don't always need the language to talk. You know what I mean?
You know what? Tito's one of those guys that's I don't know what, but he made millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's just that we could tell he never spent not $1 on getting an English tutor. I always tell him, I said, Tito, you made too much money not to learn how to. You made too much American money not to know how to speak the English language. He said, oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
that's my guy. That's my guy right there.
A good friend of mine here, he contributed. He was helping when we were covering the World Series of Boxing. He wrote a couple of articles. He was a trainer for one of Tito's boxing camps down here about 4 years ago. And he told me he pretty much vouched the same thing. So Rosetta Stone was not on his Christmas list. So.
Exactly. Or if somebody bought it for him, he pushed it back under the Christmas tree. So I don't want that.
And I'm good. He speaks Puerto Rican too. It's not even like regular Spanish. It's Puerto Rican, and that's a completely different kind of Spanish. I learned that at a more intimate level when I came here because they have completely different words and phrases from other Spanish. So I had to adjust the Spanish I knew to Puerto Rican. So.
Tito no, número uno, campeón. That's all Tito know. Número uno, campeón, campeón. That's my boy.
Yeah.
The other day I was getting directions.
He's a good dude, man.
I was getting directions, and the dude said, "All right, you got to go down Roosevelt, Roosevelt, R-U-S-V-L-E-L, Roosevelt." Right? I'm not an English teacher, evidently. Roosevelt. And I'm like, Roosevelt? And he pointed at Roosevelt. I was like, oh, wow. That's Roosevelt. So Roosevelt is Roosevelt in Puerto Rican. All right, cool. I learned that. I learned that new today. So,
right.
Well, you know what? Learning the language.
Puerto Rico is like on a whole different league there as far as, you know, the people there and the culture and all of that. And hopefully I'll get to visit that pretty soon out there. And I guess that, but maybe you'll be able to have a return trip there in the near future, right?
Oh, of course. I mean, I've like I said, the family is from Puerto Rico, and like I don't know, we might go this summer. I don't know, man. It just depends on what we're doing. You know what I mean? Just right now we're trying to put Team Judah back on the map and just get in there with some more good fights and show the world I am still one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world, and just keep it rolling. That's it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So, I mean, we could, close out here with the interview, whatever it is. So, just wanted to make sure that you run through, all the things that you're doing here real quick and make sure that people are following you on Twitter at Super Judah and then at Instagram at Zab Judah. So, make sure you follow them out there and all that stuff. So, you got any last things to say? Yeah.
Look out for the company, SMG, Super Management Group. Like I said, we manage. You know what I'm saying? I'm into sports, and I love sports, and I'm into all kind of sports. I have a lot of relationships throughout the world, so it is what it is. And just keep your eye on Chuy Gutierrez. Keep your eye on Hermanito de la Torres, and just watch out for those guys because they coming. We coming, baby. We still here. SMG.
True that, my man. True that. Thanks a lot for coming in on the show, man.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Hey,
God bless everybody. Yeah.
Fight Danny Garcia. Hey, I want to see you fight Danny Garcia again. That's the Zab that I know. Get Danny's ass in the ring and punish him.
Listen, we could do some business ourselves. You could go in there and convince Danny Garcia and his dad to take a rematch with Zab Judah. We on, baby, because I'm ready right now. I'm ready right now.
Yeah. Look, I already know.
The two.
Hey, Zab, I'm going to tell you, that's the Zab that I know. You sold that dog that night.
Oh, yeah.
And, hey, bro, I was proud of you. Look, I said, if it would have been 2 more rounds, I think you'd have had him. Hey, I want Danny again. I want Danny again at the Barclay, and I'll be there. I'm in North Carolina. I will be up there. Do everything you can to get Danny in the ring.
Everybody always hear me campaigning for that fight. I always talk about that fight, you know what I mean? It just seemed like, I mean, you know what? Since the fight, me and Danny and his dad, we made good friends and stuff like that. But like I said, this is a business to the sport, and the business in the sport stands for the world wants to see a Zab Judah versus Danny Garcia Part 2 back at the Barclays, and this time we're gonna start from the 12th. I mean, from the round 13.
All right.
Let's go to work.
Right. And then you know what, man? It was so much. It was so much build up with the turmoil to you and getting into it with Oscar. It was a lot of things that went on with that. I mean, it was really interesting to see how everything came out. But the fight, it was all it assimilated all the hype that came with it. I mean, I love that fight. I mean, that's the Zab I want to see come back.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you can keep campaigning and keep letting the world know, maybe somebody might say, let's do it. We got, Al Heyman's the boss right there. Danny got to ask Al, and, once he asks Al okays it, I'm ready to go. SJP Super Judah Promotions is ready at all times. Let's do it.
Maybe we'll
keep
campaigning.
We'll keep campaigning because, I'll get on him on Twitter because I already called
Hey,
him out
listen,
for something earlier, so I'll get on him for it.
Hey, Zab, I got one more question. I'm gonna let you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I now I read all the stuff with you and Paulie, right? Man, it was like, you know, I know you was a champion when Paulie was a kid coming in the gym, right?
Yeah.
And it was like the big brother didn't want to hurt the little brother, you know.
It was no motivation. It was no motivation, man. I mean, like I said, I apologize to my fans about that fight, but you know, moving forward, you're gonna see the next time I step in the ring in July, you guys will see the real Zab Super Judah step in the ring again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, Paulie got the win, guys. Let's give him the win. Let's don't take away from his shine, and you know what I'm saying. But we know, Team Judah, y'all. We know what we can do. Everybody that knows Zab, y'all know.
All right, brother. Hey, look, I wish you the best, man.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Till later.
Okay, thank you for having me on the show again. Like I said, thank you for everybody that tuned in today, and God bless everybody. You can follow me on Instagram at Zab Judah. Follow me on Twitter at Super Judah. Look out for the company SMG, Super Management Group. You know what I'm saying? We still at it. Keep your eyes and ears open for July. I'm back at it, CBS Sports, and I love everybody. Thank you. Peace out.
All right. All right there, folks. That was your boy Super Zab Judah over there in the Las Vegas area. Just make sure that y'all are on the lookout for, you know, the management group that he's running under, and you follow him on Twitter under Super Judah and on Instagram at Zab Judah. So you'll be able to get the latest out of him by following him on Instagram and Twitter right there, man. So y'all be on the lookout for him and SMG. So if you see the hashtag SMG, you know what it is.